Hello everyone. So in this video we're going to go over a new way to kill wool spiders, and I might even throw in some bombardier kills while I'm at it, just because wool spiders don't react the way they used to anymore. And what I mean by that is you used to be able to put 7 gas arrows next to them while they were sleeping and they would die. Well, you can't do that anymore. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to get rid of this annoying little bastard. Or I'm not. Melee fighting easier in third person. But so you see the spider sleeping in the hole. We're under Rake Rock Point, so you see the rake. There's the rock. Obviously, I have my flag up there. I'm gonna go back to first person, and then when I bring out my bow, you can see by the tip of the arrow that is a gas arrow. So I'm clearly not aiming at the spider. I'm firing next to it. It gets up. It charges. Now you see it's right here, and it's just gonna kind of run back. And you just run away from me. And I just want to point that out here at the beginning of the video. They act differently when you fire gas arrows. So the 7 gas arrows next to them while they're sleeping doesn't work anymore. That one just blinked out of sight. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and get a position. I'm also going to wait for because the day is almost over. So I'm going to get the next day going and then go to the first of the 2 that I want to show how to kill them. Just so if you have you need to kill wool spiders for whatever mission, you have an easier way of doing it versus this. Let me go ahead and take that gas arrow off before I wind up killing myself. And I will pause and be back on the next day in game. Alright, so the next day is coming game. Still very early in the morning. You see the sun starting to come up. I'm over here in the western side of the yard. Just south of the flooded zone on the rocks. I have a zipline anchor here to get over here quickly for doing this very thing. Killing wool spiders. Now there's a spider. You can hear it snoring. Right here. So before I even start fighting this, I'm going to go through and show you what I have. I have my full ladybug set. For this spider, it's a bow, the insect bow, with feather arrows. And then I've got coup de grace, meat shield in case it gets too close, and smasher, which I'm not sure if that works with this hammer, the mint mallet, a giant mallet. Now they changed the wording. Now it used to say a giant hammer. Now it's a giant mallet. So it probably does not work because Obsidian has changed the verbiage in the last few days. I also have a bunch of healing smoothies. You see that's what these green ones are. These are just smoothie question marks. And then I have some human food, which is edible. It heals and it gives damage resistance. I'll have the recipe for that listed in the description below the video. As well as I will have the decoy bait, which I will be using here, and its recipe listed in the bottom as well. Actually, I don't need to list that one. I can come over here. Decoy bait, if you go to craft, go to resources, and you start scrolling, you'll find it somewhere. No. There it is. Sorry, it's in tools, not over there. So go to craft, go to tools, decoy bait, 5 algae, or algae, however you want to say it, 1 raw tadpole meat, 1 water flea meat. I've got 4 of them. And the reason being is I don't want to fight this spider here. I want to fight this spider over there. So I want to make this spider go where I want the spider to go. And this, you see that spider's asleep. And I must have thrown it too far. Nope, there it goes. So I'm going to get my bow back on with my 40 feather arrows, and you see the spider going to do its thing. So I'm going to cross over now. I'm going to come across the top of this rock, and I want to shoot this spider. And then standing here, it just sits there. Now these spiders spawn every 4 days, so if you need to kill 3 of them and you want to do it this way where it's nice and easy and not in your face, then hey, this is the way to do it. You gotta wait 4 days in game for it to come back. And I would suggest having on sharpshooter and your feather cap, just for the additional damage that you get with bow and arrow. But I'm set up more for if this bastard jumps up there, I can try to fight my way out of it. And, oh. I'm just trying to pick up all my arrows right now. We'll switch to first person. It's easier to pick up the arrows sometimes. Also too, if you're new to the cassette tape, there's a scheme underneath it, if you haven't already got it. But if you shoot at this thing fast enough, you don't actually lose your decoy bait. And I know I kicked an arrow in this direction. There it is. And these are feather arrows, not normal arrows. It's the only reason why I'm even chasing after it. If it was a normal arrow, I would have left it. Kind of like that one that I left in the tunnel for the spider at the beginning of the video. Now, I'm going to do the more dangerous version, and that is going to be melee fighting a wolf spider. So you see I've got the big mint mallet. I'm going to put it away for right now because you run a little bit faster if you don't have that in your hands. We're headed north along this rock wall past the western flooded area. If you have gas arrows, these guys die pretty quick. So if you have a gas mask with you, which I don't, so this is going to be very dangerous. But as you can see, I've now cleared out pretty much all those little guys. Those annoying little gnats. And I am in the armor that heals me, so I'm not too worried about taking that damage. And I'm not even worried about picking up the gnat meat. I'm just trying to kill them so they'll leave me alone, because they're annoying. Alright. Now the hope is that this spider is where it belongs. So, up here in the corner, top corner of the yard, right there. So you can see Mysterious Machine, Anthill, Jabby Cola, Frankenline, following that wall right here, the northwestern corner of the yard. Go away. I don't like those guys. We're going to look underneath this rock that's leaning up, and we're going to see that it's not here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to then use my game preview debug, fix creature locations, tell it yes, come out, and it's still not here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video until I can find this spider. Alright, so after waiting a few days in game, the first spider I killed in the video with the bow and arrow by using the decoy bait, it has respawned. The spider I was originally going for, which was up here, is nowhere to be found. It could be wandering around somewhere. They do that. Normally it sleeps there, but it's not been there. This guy is back. So we're going to melee fight this one using the big mallet. So first, before I even go over there and mess with this spider, ladybug armor, lots of healing smoothies. I've got my human food smoothie for the damage resistance. I've got coup de grace on for the boosted damage, meat shield for the boosted health, and then this works with hammers, and they've reclassified the mallet as a mallet, so it's not really a hammer. So you're gonna gotta look through the statuses real quick just to see. Anything, I'll turn on cardio fan, because cardio fan is when you get that when you exhaust your stamina, so it kind of plays in with how the stamina works. So mint mallet equipped, going to drink my human food smoothie, and then I'm going to walk, not run. I want full stamina when I start swinging. Blocking helps, but that's why we use the mint mallet. And try to circle around the beast, because if you're constantly circling, there's a chance it'll miss. Now this isn't the easiest way to kill the wolf spider. Obviously, using the decoy bait to draw it over here and then stand up here and shoot it with your bow and arrow, obviously is going to work quite well. But if you don't want to do that, you can go in there with your ladybug armor on, mint mallet. I only used 2 of my 30 healing smoothies. I'm letting the armor heal the rest of my health over there. And I drank 1 human food smoothie. That gives me that damage resistance. And you notice I didn't stand still to fight. I kept moving and circling. I was constantly circling around the spider so that when it went to attack, there was a chance it would miss. The greater the chance it would miss, the better chance of me surviving. Another thing I could have used was a smoothie called Liquid Rage, which replenishes hunger, it heals you, and it gives you a bonus attack damage. That requires an ant mandible, a spider fang, and a larva spike. The reason I didn't use it is because this video is about killing wolf spiders who get spider fangs, so for people who don't have spider fangs, Liquid Rage won't work for you. But that's one I don't really use too much, just because of the spider fang that's needed to make the smoothie. But that's 2 different ways of killing the wolf spiders. Since they've changed the them waking up when you put a gas arrow next to them. So that's kind of what I wanted to show, was you could either, using the decoy bait it into a certain spot, which works quite well if you bait it right over here next to the cassette, stand on this rock and shoot it, and just keep shooting until it's dead. Or if you feeling gutsy, you want to get in there with the mint mallet, well, go for it. It's right there. And you can use other weapons, but the reason I chose the mint mallet is for its stun ability, because you saw I stunned that spider and was able to get in a few more hits, as well as heal, which might be that if you stun it and you're almost dead, you could hurry up and heal, at least get 2 to 3 smoothies down before it turns on you again to attack. Blocking would have helped. I did miss my block, but you see I still managed to kill it with very little effort as far as that's concerned. But if you like this content, would like to see more like it, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. I do stream live on my YouTube channel Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, usually starting between 3:30 and 4 mountain time. But until the next video, or if you decide to stop by the next stream and say hi, you guys all have a good one.